Well, it took me a while to find the damn camera, and then, as I remember, this phone is always doing this weird stuff to where I can record up to 1 minute, and then it'll stop recording, and then I have to record another video, so it'll be like a prequel or preview to the video. This is, I guess, it's what you can call it, a preview to the video. It's on my mind again, It's a post made on Facebook talking about men who call women females. I've discussed this in the past, and it's been on my YouTube video. It has also been on podcast radio, I believe. I didn't get too much into a deep discussion, and I'm not at this time either. I wish I had really the time I had the space, but not the time at that time. But now I don't even have the space or time to actually get into a lot of the stuff I want to get into. I want to talk about him. Forgive me, I got jazz going in my, Anita Baker now, because I put together a station with 90s, 70s, 80s, and jazz music. So at any given time, it could be either or. Right now, Anita Baker telling me about Sweet Love. You didn't get it, that's a song. I'm really having trouble with that, men who call women females versus the fact that a man cannot be called a male. I'm really having trouble understanding why we have such an issue with that. And then the men will come on and say the same thing that the women are saying. Well, is that from your mind, or are you just playing, are you being hand-picked, hand-fed? Are you just repeating because that's not what it sounds like? It's your way of saying it is not different from what they're saying. You have not your own words. It's just like when we talk about Christianity. Religion as a whole is what I have a problem with, but the Christian way is what's most promoted and talked about, even demoted. All religions should be demoted. But nevertheless, when I go there, when I talk about that, what I'm going to say is that it's no different than somebody trying to convert me over to Christianity, or get me back into church, or get me to turn my life over to Christ or God or whatever. They want to tell me everything I've already heard out of the book, the Bible, start quoting scripture and stuff. And if I ask too many questions, then they'll be talking about faith and all this other stuff, but they don't never say anything that I haven't heard. And that's my problem. When you're talking to somebody, you're trying to get them to Christ or whatever, you need to think about something that you even share your own experiences, and your own experiences should not be the same thing that somebody else didn't went through, because we don't all have the same experience. Even if we go through the same situation, it ends a little differently, or we thought a little differently about the situation, but that's really not what happens. People often say the same stuff, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do something else here too. People often repeat the same paragraphs, same phrases, same Bible verses, scriptures, whatever you want to call them, while talking to me, and I kick that out of here because I don't like that. So wait a minute, I can't do my password with my left hand. I don't know why. It takes my right hand to do it. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. They often say the same thing, and there's nothing different said, So it's a couple of, and I don't want to be a follow the leader type. I've never been that kind. I'm surprised this thing didn't stop already. I'm seeing all my jacked up teeth. I keep on putting the camera in the wrong position. You're seeing all the crookedness of my teeth. My bad. There was that, and then there was another thing that, and if I compare that to, I'm sorry, I had a lot to say about that, but if I compare that to women calling each other bitches versus men calling a woman a bitch, then that would take a different turn, because you gotta support the women, and you gotta bash the men. Otherwise, you ain't no good. You just like all the no good men. It's just like if we're talking about rapists, especially the black men. You really gotta go down on that black man and get hard on him. Otherwise, you a part of the problem. I don't like that. I'm not a follow the leader type. I need all rapists to be out. But I'm not just talking about rapists. I'm talking about in general. Whatever a black man does, we down on him. If you don't just agree with the black woman, that's not right. I'm drinking this soda now. It's nasty. I'm drinking that soda. I don't like soda. What else was there to say? There was something else I needed to say. Alright, so something else I was supposed to say. I forgot what it was exactly. But then I also wanted to make a full statement about me having fun and enjoying myself, getting into danger and all that type of stuff. I'll say that for another time. I guess I'll let this one down. I guess I'll go ahead and put this one on YouTube also. Wasn't really nothing, but when I get the time and the space, I'll definitely try to do something. I want different people's aspect on it, so I don't want to just be talking, because like I had said on that post, I know women who's not affected by the word female, and they don't care or whatever. And then some woman came on to challenge me and say that no, all women are affected. No, you're not affected unless it bothers you. How can it affect your way of believing, thinking, or your spirit, or anything else if you don't care about it? It doesn't affect you. I like when women come on just to challenge that, like you can't say what every woman is thinking. I cannot say what every man is thinking. And the fact that I'm not bothered by men calling women females, that doesn't say nothing about me. It should bother you that you as a woman, that women are calling each other bitches, but you don't. You're not concerned about that. It's just a word of endearment, just like the N-word. But any man that don't agree with women about men, then there's a problem right there. If a woman say, any man who wears shoes inside the house, don't take them off before you get inside, there's a problem with that. Now, if every man don't agree with that opinion, then there's a problem with that man that don't agree with that opinion. I don't agree with that. That's where I have my problem at. But there was much more I was going to say other than that, but I forgot exactly what. So I'm going to let this story